Okay, good morning, grade 11.
Morning, teacher.
Okay, teacher Cassie. Okay, so last time we talked about the kinds and um, strength, weaknesses of quantitative research. Now, here, let's proceed to your week 2. But before that, can you jumble or can you unjumble these words? So number 1, it's research. Very good. Number 2, okay, quantitative. Number 3, okay, title. Number 4, number 5. Wow. So, may idea na kamo kung ano ang topic na today? About researches is our subject. Okay, our topic. About, okay. Okay, about designing a research project, creating research title, and knowing the background of the study. Diba sa aton nga previous nga quarter, nakahimo kamo sa inyo nga title, nakagive kamo to 5 titles I think. But today is about qualitative research. But now, let's talk about quantitative research kung paano kita mag-create topic. And also, let's learn how to make background of the research, of the study. Okay, now, first, hindi lang mayo kita ng laptop, no? Sige lang. Now, how to design a research topic. So, kinahanglan gid nato ni magpamati ha kag ichindihon kay this is very important. Kung ma-master ninyo ni subong ang practical research 1, pagka-research nyo sa grade 12 nyo, kag ma-defense ka mo, humok na lang sila. Okay, so, you have learned in module 1 that quantitative research is very useful. Nga gani, very useful ang aton nga quantitative research because okay, so because kay ang ano siya, ang iyang nga data nga or ang result niya is very easy, especially magamit ka lang sang survey. Kung gusto mo magkuha sang data sa imo nga research, ma-survey ka lang or do a checklist or maka-create ka sang online polls. Okay? So, the different kinds of research designs are descriptive. We have correlational, ex post facto, quasi-experimental, and experimental research. So, ang meaning ni current sang 5 ka research design is makita natin sa next natin nga slide. Okay? So, ang lima ni sila ka research design, nag-offer ni sila sang madamo nga styles pagid kag maka-create ka sang damo nga options kung anong himuon mo or ano ang himo nga pag-plaster sang imo nga studies. Okay? So, you have a lot of options for any type of inquiry. The field of studies where you can apply quantitative research is practically countless. In this lesson, you will expand your understanding of the characteristics and different applications of quantitative research and be able to design a study in useful daily life. Okay? So, kay amo din man ang thoughts sa research naton mo is maka-help siya sa daily activities naton or maka-solve kita sang problem. Ma-create kita problem and then we will solve ang problem. Okay, so amo na siya ang duka irony sang tawag nga research. Nga actually may research how para maka-solve ka problem. So how can we make a research? First is to make a problem. Diba? Okay, so first ay sila ang 5 ka research designs to. First is descriptive. What is descriptive research? So it is used to describe characteristics of population or phenomenon being studied. So ang imo nga mga respondents is ano mo? Ikuan mo sila sa ilang nga characteristics. So sa descriptive naton, hindi need nga magamit kita question nga how. Okay? Hindi kita magamit HOTS nga question ha or higher order thinking skills. We will use the form of question nga what. Nag-start sa what. Okay? So next, ang correlational research naman. So ang atong correlational research refers to a non-experimental research method which studies the relationship. Ato bala, ang correlational, mag-study siya sang duwa ka variable, i-compare niya. Okay, so ex post facto, are do medyo, ano ni siya, ng complicated kaayo. Okay? So, ex post facto study after the fact research is category of research design in which the investigation starts after the fact has occurred or without so, ang mababa kita ex post facto, so, i-study mo siya ang isa ka research nga na-prove na. Or, ano na bala nang may fact ka na bala nga kuhaon? Okay, so, arang iya nga, may siguro example ay. Okay, so, ang exposed research is a kind of study which tries to predict the causes of basis of actions that have already occurred. Ara balang kabalo ka na, i-study mo pagiliwat. Okay, so, abot ano pag i-prove mo. Okay, so the researcher cannot manipulate or change already occurred actions or behavior, pero hindi mo siya ma-change. Dudugangan mo lang siya or i-prove mo pagit siya. Okay? So, amo na siya. So, mayroon na kita descriptive. Wala kita nagagamit HOTS question. Nagagamit lang kita what question. Kagina, describe natin ang characteristics ng aton nga mga respondents. Okay? Kadua, correlational. You are comparing two variables or ang imong nga duha ka respondents. Ex post facto, you are proving or studying, investigating something that has already occurred. Okay? Kabay nga, ang mas may tsindihan na. Okay, so, a quasi-experiment naman is an empirical interventional study used to estimate the causal impact of intervention on target population without random assignment. So, ang last is our experimental research is a study that strictly adheres to a scientific research design. Okay? So, it includes hypotheses, kung sa diri magamit lagit experiment. So, hindi ni siya na advisable nga gamiton ang amo nga research design kung ang imo nga time is limited. Okay, so like subong sa amon, ako ang research man sa grade 12. So, grade 12, naghabang ko sa ila nga as far as possible, your research design, dapat, lang siya, maigo lang siya sa allotted time. Okay, kaya lipot na kayo, ma-depends na sila next month, kag dapat hindi na mag-broad. Kaya ang experimental, you will use a lot of time. Kinahanglan mo kay lawig nga tion, kay damo-damo ka nga dapat i-prove, damo ka i-experiment. Okay? Okay, so, now, paano naman sure maghimo sang research? So, paano? Kay amo ni siya mga palamang kutanon, tagid, kaya amo magini ang roots sa atong study mo. So, na ang sa aton nga module in third quarter, gimbutang ko na ang different kinds of research and their meanings. Pero subong, ginkuha ko na ng opportunity para mas matundo sa inyo sa maayo. Okay? So, the first and foremost, amon hamba ko kagina, sa pagsugod sa research, ang kinahanglan is your research problem. Okay? So, kinahanglan, before ka na mag-create sa imo nga mga tananda, sa imo objectives, imo na, dapat kabalo ka na kung ano imo i-study. Okay? So, ano ang problem? Kag paano mo na siya i-solve ang amo na nga problem? Okay? So, before starting your laborious journey of finding the unknown, you need to know first what is that you want to find out. So where and how you are going to find the answers to your questions, and what specific qualities are you looking for. For instance, you want to find the specific kind of fish in the ocean. Example lang ni ha. However, the ocean is so vast that it is almost impossible for you to achieve. Sa pwede mo na siya yung mga problem. Kung makuha kayo sa specific kind of fish sa sinanga ocean. Okay, so, pero ang problem mo, ang ocean kaayo, kalapad kaayo. So, paano mo siya makuha ang mga kinds of fishes nila? Okay, so, amo na siya. The 4 basic steps in designing a research topic. Ari pala ta sa research topic ha? You know the problem, so you create your own topic. So, paano, sure? Ano ang pinaka-nami nga way sa pag-create sang research topic? First is, choose an interesting topic. So, some researchers, they are choosing a broad lapad ang scope sang topic. Why? Kay para damo sila sources nga makuha. But, kinahanglan sang lawig nga tiol. Pero, if you choose an interesting topic, hindi siya taman ka broad, pero makakatch na sang attention sa mga readers, especially sa inyong nga panel. Okay? No, tandaan ha, sa pag-defend sa inyong nga research, sa topic nyo pa lang, biraho na hamudan sang panel. Okay? Pero mabalaan kung naitsindihan nyo with inyong nga study. Kung base sa inyong group mates, ikaw lang yung tagaluto pansit canton. Do amo kay sa una samon mo humod mo kay hindi kami kabalo sang research kay sa una big amot lang kami ano mo, gamot lang kami sang pa-photocopy, amo na amo mo bra. No, big amo na. So ay maintindihan tagid natin. First is you choose an interesting topic. So research is very challenging task that demands your time and persistence. Damo revise, ikapila ka mo magsulit sa inyo nga sa inyo pala nga introduction, ikapila pa na ka mo magsulit. So kinahanglan persistent gid ka mo, kag kabalo gid ka mo mag-manage sa inyo nga time or time management. Also motivation. Your motivation to find the answer to the problem and should keep you going. Thus, building momentum along the way. Therefore, your research topic must be something that you are passionate about. So, if you choose a research topic na hindi mo maintindihan, yawan ka pangita sources, wala ka gana sa imo topic, ang matabo is hindi ka maka-create sa imo nga research. Okay? So, next. Select a significant topic. So, a topic that is worth researching must be able to answer and solve problems in the community. As far as possible, your research topic must be localized. Mas nami ko ang imo nga gintunan na reachable bala. Kaya kinahanglan maghimo kita sang research, it should be smart mo. It should be smart. So, S is specific. M is measurable. A is attainable. R, result-oriented. And T is time-bounded. So, muna siya maghimo kita sa research, dapat in a smart nga procedure. Okay, so, next is choose topic relevant to your field. The academic performances of grade 11. YUMS, YUMS, in their, in modality of modular, no? Or online classes. Dapat makarelate ka mo sa inyo mismo nga topic. Okay? Or the impact of COVID-19, galing very common na siya in students performances of grade 11 YUMS. Okay, next. Choose a topic that you can relate will certainly make your research project less challenging. Kung kamo bala makarelate kamo sa inyo nga topic, kamo mismo makahambal nga ay nang kabalo ko ni how, do may idea ko ni sa diri how, kabalo ko kung sino mga respondents na kaon ko, mga classmates ko mismo, or ang iban nga mga senior high school man sa iban nga school. Okay? Next is background of research. Okay, so nakakuha ka na sa imong research topic. So let's go to the background of your research. So research questions. Reading a well-written research title gives the reader an insight into what research study is all about. Ang mga nahambal ko, kung ang imo nga topic is specific, kabalo pagkabasa pa lang sang readers, makabalo na sila ay ang iya galing nga nga background isang iyang study sa munya tun anya ni ang academic performances ng senior high school. Mo na bala. Okay, so although it captures the main point of the study, it does not sufficiently explain nga ang may background of the study or how or background of research. Kay bisan pa specific ng imong nga title, ang readers kinahanglan nila sa gihapon is more explanation about your study. So amo na siya ang ginahatag or gina-provide sa aton background of research for better understanding of the readers or other researchers or panels as well. Okay? So research questions key again. So reading a okay. The background of the study is the part of your paper where you inform the reader of the context of your study. Okay? When we say context, it means the situation or circumstances within which your research topic was conceptualized. So ideally, this part is written when you have already conducted a literature review and a good perception of the topic, so you can articulate the importance and validity of the research progress. Okay? Okay, so understandable na ang background natin, no? So the gap can be in a form of variables, conditions, populations, methodology, or test subjects to identify research gaps. An exhaustive literature review regarding very important man ang aton nga literature review or knowing the studies of other researchers, other authors, creators ng mga books. Okay, so important. And when you gather literature review, always remember to do citation. Kay makasuhan ikaw, plagiarism, kung may makakita sang kay subong ano mo, ng grabe lang technology, how even when you copy-paste something, pwede ma-notify ay hand sa author, naging copy mo ang iyang work without citing his or her name. Okay, sorry, balang example. A research study is something that can be, tapos nakabutang ng Cassandra 2021. Okay, so kinahanglan na i-copy. So it is very important. Amo siya ginatawag nga, pag ang link kag ikuhaan nyo sa amo ng review, you need to copy-paste in. Okay? To avoid plagiarism. Reading for the discussion, conclusion, or the recommendation sections of the articles will help you know potential areas of study that need further attention. So identifying research gaps sometimes would even make researchers modify their research problem as they get noteworthy ideas from fellow researchers. Okay, so amo na. Nami magit kung makiano ka na maglantaw kabla sa mga studies ng iban nga mga researchers or authors, at least somehow mabuligan ka din sa inyong problem or masolve kitang problem or ang title mo. Okay? So, while ang background of the study and ang aton nga review or literature review involves reading post-studies na they differ in some aspects. So, pareho sila ang background of the study and ang literature review. Same lang sila nga gakuha kita idea from previous authors or previous researchers, pero sa diin sila naga-differ. So the former is at the introductory part of the paper. So with the purpose of relaying the importance of your research study, the latter is more comprehensive and thoroughly discuss the studies mentioned in the background of the research. So ang background of the research is more specific and more thoroughly kag more comprehensive than literature review. Siyempre ang literature review hindi man naya imo study mo. Okay? So here, moreover, the background of the study will answer the following questions. So areha, natandaan natin kung ano ba lecture ang mga questions na pwede namon magamit when we do background of the study first. What is already known about the topic? Okay, like amo to gina the grade 11 performances of grade 11B. So ano na siya ang balaan na that sure how about sana tungod sa pandemic nag-amo ni ang aton nga pastada. So what is known about the topic? Why do you need to address those gaps? Also, what is the rationale of the study? While answering these questions, keep in mind that the studies you include in this part of the paper are laid down as part of the introduction and should not be discussed in great detail. So the depth and length of the background information largely depend on how much information you think. Kung ano lang hindi gid pataman ang background of the study, it should be I think 400 to 500 words only ang background of the study naton. Kung ano lang ang mga important details nga kinahanglan mo ipabalo sa imong readers. Okay? Next, what are or is the characteristics of good research questions? Once you have already enumerated your research questions for your study, you must consider its quality to answer and explain. Siyempre, mag-create ka sa imong research questions, ibalo mo man kung diin ang research questions ang mas nami or research questions nga mas maka-help sa aton mga readers. Okay? So next, you also consider the examples. Example ni how do parents feel about the blended learning modality? Namin na siya ang question ng kay syempre pati mga parents naton bag-uman sa amo ni nga estado mo. Bisan ba damo ng kabataan, damo na ta magulang. Subong na yan nagsugod sa aton nga amo ni ang setup. Like, wala ka mo social distancing ka mo. Also, nag-wear kita mas ang class. Okay? Kag ang mga parents, gidaan mismo wala nila na experience nga mag-module, so they don't know how to help us. They don't know how to guide us, no? So dere makita naton kag ma-consider naton ang bisan ang mga insights sa aton mga parents sa aton nga pastada subok. Okay? Next, considering the resources is more possible to gather the data needed to answer the questions. Clear. The readers of the study have uniform agreement as to the meaning of questions stated. Okay? So, since your research questions are also considered as the focus in the gathering and analyzing the data, it is therefore very important that these are stated clearly. Siyempre, mabutang ka na lang yung research question mo, hindi pa klaro. Diba? Okay, so formulating research questions can be generally classified into two: general questions and specific questions. The general questions of the study is derived from the research problem, with the specific questions are forms of the general research problem. For example, this study aims to determine the relationship between types of learning delivery model and students' learning styles. Paano naman mag-create ng specific na question? Okay, so furthermore, it seeks to answer the following research questions. So, what are the different learning delivery modes of the school? Ano how? Ang mga delivery modes nato school? Modular, online classes, ano pa? Recorded lessons, remedial. Ang subong remedial classes, okay? What are the various learning styles of the students? Amo sad to. Is there significant relationship between different learning? May relationship bala ang modular sa sa online classes? Of course. Online classes, mas ma-explain sa imong nga teacher ang inyong nga lesson. So modular is you can do research pagid. A lot of research nang search ka sa Google kung may word ka that or meaning or example nga hindi maintindihan. Okay? Okay, so mga general na lang siya nga guys. Okay? Okay, Mami siya. So, for example, you study the use of social media. Ari kay very rampant ni siya sa aton. You study the use of social media among senior high school students in grade 11 Brookside. So, you can ask the following questions. What are the various social media platforms na ginagamit sa senior high? Facebook, Instagram, or Skype, diba, nga magamit naton ng messenger ng isang tanay answer. Tutuan na isang answers. Brainly. Grabe ba? Do makakuha ka na na answer gahaw. Okay, so research questions, ay naman kung ang gamiton mo correlational research or descriptive. Okay, so in this study of use of social media and level of digital literacy of students, ang kabalugi ko